Hey, my name is Phil from legitmarketingreviews.com. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a keyword research and AI copywriting tool called WriterZen. Now, in this WriterZen review, I want to walk you through exactly what this tool is, how it actually works, and by the end of the video, you should know if WriterZen is right for you. Now, just before we get started, if you're thinking about getting WriterZen, there is currently a lifetime deal running. So if you want to go ahead and snag yourself a bargain, I've left a link that will take you directly there in the description. Plus, you'll also be helping support the channel. Okay, so first of all, what is WriterZen? It is a set of tools that have been specifically designed to help you create articles that are going to rank on Google. Now, the best part about this set of tools is it actually lets you understand and plan and research the right type of articles you should be creating, what's actually being searched, and what has a really good opportunity for you to rank. Now, I absolutely love this because most tools just give you a blueprint, they give you an AI copywriting tool, and then you still get barely any results at all. Where inside of WriterZen, you get a 6-part training series, which is actually going to teach you how to use the tool properly and why you should be using it. And then it's going to walk you through the process of actually creating your articles. So what I'm going to do right now is jump behind the screen, show you everything you need to know about WriterZen and how it actually works. Okay, so first of all, let's start here at the WriterZen website. What I want to do is just run through the different features on this platform. I'm then going to run through the different pricing. Once again, there is a 7-day free trial, but I'm also going to introduce you to a special lifetime deal that they currently have going on. So I'll go through those and then we'll go straight into the tool and get started. So first of all, what you can expect to get once you get started with WriterZen is a topic discovery. This has got quite a bit of emphasis inside of it because it's the understanding of creating your pillar posts and also all the articles underneath it. So this is really cool. There's also the Keyword Explorer. It gives you all of the different stats that you need. Also the Content Creator. This helps you build out articles. And we've got the AI Assistant, which is the AI copywriting tool. Then finally, there is a plagiarism checker. So it's really nice, really simple, and they've packed everything into one tool. Now, coming into the pricing, we have here a few different options depending on what your needs are. Once again, there is a 7-day free trial. Link to that is in the description, and you'll also be helping support the channel. But we have here monthly and yearly plans. We've also got AI Assistant and one-time credits. So first of all, you'd want to start with either the basic or standard, and then if you need more, you can always go ahead and upgrade. And if you're lucky enough to watch this video shortly after it's been published, there's still a good chance the WriterZen lifetime deal is on. So let me just show you that quickly. So this is the page here. Once again, link is down in the description. And if you scroll right down to the very bottom, it's going to give us the lifetime deal terms. So for $69, you can get the single code, which is going to give you 50 keyword lookups per day, 50 content briefs per month, 50 topic lookups per day, 25,000 words checked per day, 25,000 keyword credits per month, 5,000 AI writing words per month, 3,000 keywords per import, 3,000 word limit per check, and 20 keywords list. So there's plenty inside of the first one. So if you're someone that writes but not maybe that often, this is going to be the perfect one for you. This will give you a few articles per month nicely, as well as the content research. But if you are someone that wants to write quite a lot, your full-time job perhaps maybe is creating articles, then you can go either the double or you can choose in the multiple different codes as well. So you can get up to 4 codes and it's going to increase your limits quite a bit. So that's all there. If you want it, highly recommend checking it out. And of course, like all AppSumo purchases, there's 60-day money back guarantee. Okay, so let's go ahead, log in, and I'll show you WriterZen. And here is my dashboard. So when you first log into WriterZen, you're going to have a nice little onboarding process. It's going to ask you things like how big is your team, what is your niche, and also what skill set are you. I chose intermediate after going through the beginner trainings. I'm probably going to go through the beginner as well, as it is very thorough, it is very in-depth. But also at the same time, it is really important to know these things. And to be honest, I haven't actually found any other AI copywriting tool or AI SEO tool really sort of teaching this stuff. So it's really good to see. So what I first recommend you do is definitely go through the training series. Once again, the beginner, the intermediate, and advanced are all different. But inside these trainings, you're going to learn some pretty important and basic structures of creating pillar content, as well as finding the right keywords. So I'm not going to play you anything, but I am just going to show you a quick frame of the type of structure we're looking to build. So we have here the main topic we're talking about. Down here, we also have our subtopics or pillar posts that we're going to be creating. And then we also have supporting keywords that are going to help boost this main topic, right? That's basically how it works. I'm not an SEO guru, but that's what I got from taking this entire course and playing with it for quite a while. Now, another thing we're also going to be doing is researching keywords, and you'll learn all about that inside of your topic clusters. And basically what that means is you're going to be finding your keyword topic. You're also going to be finding the search volume, but then you're going to be finding relative topics as well that Google recommends you should actually be including inside of your topic itself. So this is really cool. It's really powerful. Instead of just showing you these videos, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So first of all, I'm going to come to topic discovery, click on new topic, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new article. For this one, I'm just going to say maybe lose belly fat, right? Just something really simple, lose belly fat, right? Keep it in the United States. That's where my target audience is. Android language, there's a couple to choose from, so more than enough to get started. And I'm going to go ahead and click on search. So let's go and see what comes up from this keyword term, lose belly fat. Now I imagine there'll be quite a lot. It is quite a broad term. And just to let you know, this is going to take about a minute. So I'm just going to pause the video and come back when it's done. Okay, and that has been completed. Now that took about 30 seconds, so it didn't take that long. And now we have been brought a series of different keywords and related sort of topics to go with those keywords, right? So let me go through it. Now, first of all, at the top here, we've got relevancy. So you can choose if you want it closely relevant or widely. You can also choose how you want to order it, which I'm going to go through in a sec. We've also got here a different view if you want to see it almost like that website Ask the Public. So it sort of shows you this nice little chart about all these surrounding keywords that are highly relevant to your main one. And then we also have here textbook mode, which is going to teach you what certain terms are if you don't understand exactly what they mean. For example, SERP overview, it tells you exactly what this means. And so you can go ahead and understand what they're actually talking about. I'm going to leave it off for this video. Now there's also a tutorial library if you want to see some how-tos or some related material from WriterZen. It's just going to make sure you stay on track. But for this example, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So you can see here we have volume, and some of them they have NA, which basically means there's not much search volume there. But what we can do is filter by search volume. And as you can see, it's in a descending format right here, which is what we're looking for. So what we want to do is we have our main topic here. What we were looking for now is sort of subtopics that we can use as pillar topics to help support the main topic. So if we look down, belly busting, that is quite a common term apparently, 9,900 searches per month. And inside here are some different ideas that you can use as keywords that you can make articles with. We've also got easy ways. So a lot of people are trying to find easy ways to lose belly fat. We've also got here lose visceral fat. Now this is the type of keyword that you should be looking out for. So while losing belly fat is quite interesting, visceral fat is a different type of fat that is more health related, which a lot of people are searching for as well. So you could create an entire keyword cluster based on this one here. So that's really a good keyword. Drink, lose belly fat. That basically means people are looking to find ways to drink something to lose belly fat. So we've also got exercise for men. So exercise to lose belly fat for men. That's a really good one. Also females. So we're getting like quite niche down now, right? You could write so many different types of articles to do with female belly fat, as well as exercising for men to lose belly fat. Now we've got visceral fat. And if you want to adjust the terminology, we've got reduced fat, upper stomach fat. So all of these things here are some keywords that people are really searching for that have quite high search volumes and topics that we can add inside of our content plan, right? So it's really, really good stuff. So hanging belly fat, belly pooch workout. So these are all interesting ones. So once you get to this phase, once your page is loaded, come across to export and you will have the topic research exported there. Now, if you go ahead and look that up, this is what it's going to look like. Now, this is pretty exciting because they've gone ahead and done a lot of the hard work for you. As you can see here, the name topic, lose belly fat. This is the potential search volume for it. And here are some different types of headlines that you could include in it. So these are literally, I'll just zoom in a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. These are types of titles that you could use that would get a lot of attraction. Now, if you look at the insight, it also tells you different clusters of keywords that could actually work within these articles. And then finally, you've got some related searches that are also relevant to all of these. So just from this one keyword, we've got all these different headlines we could potentially use, all these different keywords we could use inside of that one particular topic. And then we've also got related Google searches. Now, if you come down all of those subcategories that we went through, back in this part here, they've all been downloaded into this nice little diagram. So we could come through and start just formulating our different pillars, and these could be supporting articles for it, right? So it's pretty powerful. Like here, easy ways to lose belly fat. It's got 3,600 searches per month. And inside here, we've got all of these different types of articles we could create, right? So it could be 10 ways to lose belly fat, 20 scientifically backed ways to lose belly fat, you know, how we lose belly fat, these simple and effective exercises can help map belly fat. So these are all really good topics, and you'd obviously choose a few and try to include as many keywords as you can, and then also any supporting terms if possible. So these are all here. What I recommend you do is come through, choose the most relevant for your website, right? So it could be 3, it could be 5, however much work you want to go, because there's going to be quite a few articles to create. And then you can go ahead and start the next step of WriterZen. So let's go back to WriterZen, let's go back to topic discovery, and let's go to Keyword Explorer and start researching some of these terms. Okay, so here we are. Now we'll first start off with our basic keyword just to see what we can find. So lose belly fat, I believe it was. Let's have a look. Lose belly fat, yep, that's right. And United States English, and I'm gonna go ahead and click on search. And I'll just start with the regular search first, and then I'll go into the golden search in a second. So here we've got a list of the SERP results. We've also got the search volume, cost per click, things like that, keyword ideas. It's got the trend over time. So the good thing about losing belly fat is there's always going to be people that want to have belly fat lost. So it's a very evergreen sort of keyword. And if we keep coming down, we have here keyword data, insights, and clusters, and I'll go into clusters in just a second. But here is all of our different types of keywords. Now, as you can see, there is the trend once again. We've got the search volume, cost per click, and word count, as well as the PPC competition, pay-per-click competition. But what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and click on this button here, golden filter, and this is going to say, hey, you're going to have to use some of these keyword credits in order for it to work, which is fine. This is part of it. In fact, the golden filter is their most sort of proud feature inside of this whole platform, because what it does is it scouts the internet and actually checks who is using the particular word that you're researching, right? Each individual one, and it's showing you how many people are actually serious about this keyword. For example, using it in the SEO title, using it as an H1 tag, and all of this sort of information, so you can exactly see how many people are competing for the particular keyword instead of just quite a generic search that a lot of the other platforms use. So what I'm going to do is click on confirm. Now this is going to take a little bit of time, so I'm just going to pause the video once again and show you the results. And we are done. Now, just to give you an idea of how long this took, when I pulled the trigger, it said wait a few seconds, and then it said it was going to take 175 minutes, which is what, almost 3 hours. But it took about 8 minutes, I believe, to get done. So it is going to take a little while. It is doing a lot of processing of data, but we are done now and everything is good. So you'll notice we've got a few more tabs inside of here. We've got all-in-one title and also golden score. Now, if you want to know what all-in-one title means, it basically references how many of these articles or how many of these competitors have actually got this exact keyword in the title, as well as in the H1 tags. Now, having this is going to give you a very specific result of how many people are actually going for this particular keyword versus other articles that just have them inside that are still ranking. So if you've got, say, for example, 61,000 people looking for the keyword lose belly fat, that is a lot of people. You're looking for someone quite a bit smaller. For example, this 28, which has got lose belly fat by diet. So this is actually a really good keyword right here. But on the right, we've also got here the golden score. Now, the higher you get is the harder it's going to be. So what I'm going to do is actually click on it one more time, and it's going to go backwards. So it is now at 0, and anything down here are some really, really good keywords. So let's have a look what we have. Everything, it looks like the searches are under 10. So there isn't much here. So what I'm just going to do is come to volume and filter it by minimum 20. So that's basically a lot more than what's available here. Now, as we can see, we're starting to get some volume inside of it. Now, for some reason, these are loading. I'm not sure what's going on, but if we scroll down, we can start seeing some results at the bottom. So let's just go ahead and start there. So golden score 1 means that it is pretty much an incredible sort of number to go for. If you want to learn more about the golden score as well, come to golden score. You can click on the little idea box, or you can come to the potential value. This is going to give you a bit of an idea what it's about. But if you just want to use it and know that it works well, that's what you can do there. You can adjust it as well. But these keywords are pretty much the cream of the crop. As you can see here, which exercise lose belly fat. If you were to create an article around that, at the moment there is 40,000 searches per month. It's a 5-word keyword. Only 2 people are actually using the all-in title, and it's got a golden score of 1. So this is a massive opportunity to actually start using it. And if you're creating websites for PPC, there's quite a nice little bid inside of it too. Quite a few people going for it. So let's just keep going through. So page 2, we have here some really good keywords once again. Which foods burn belly fat? There's only 3 people using the all-in title method. Inside of here, it's got 14,800 searches per month, and it's a 5-word keyword. That is incredible. Once again, another amazing keyword. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm pretty happy with how all of these are looking. So I'm going to filter it, right? So I'm going to come to all in title. I'm going to choose only articles because I'm going to go super, super, super niche. And I'm going to use the number 10 and click on apply. And let's see what we have. So total search volume from 0 to 10. On top of the all-in title word, we have here 268,000 searches per month. And if I click on select all the keywords, we've got 775. So we've still got loads of keywords that we can potentially use. So I'm going to keep filtering it a bit. What you can do is come to the golden score, and by default, it's set to 1.618, which is apparently a really lucky number. But I'm going to drag it right down. So if I come to the bottom of this page, you can see 1 is actually the highest score, and 1.618 is the recommended, but I'm just going to go right down to say 1.3. Let's have a look how many results we've got here. Okay, so it's going to filter it down one more time. Okay, 236,000, sorry, going on there. I've got 500 keywords, so that's pretty good. I'm just going to drag it down even a little bit further to say 15. Click on apply, and then see what we got here. So we've got 437 keywords we could potentially use inside of it. So that is pretty incredible. So now that we have this list of amazing keywords, what I'm going to do is actually add them to my keywords list. The list is going to be called lose belly fat, right? Like it was before. Click on add. Okay. And now we have got a nice little list going on here right at the top. And now we can go on to the next step, which is going to be clusters. Now, if I click on clusters now, and what a cluster does, it basically pairs all the related keywords together, so you can go ahead and create an article based on the same topics instead of having to go and do it manually. This is going to save you tons of time. But as you can see, it requires credits. Now, if I was to activate it here, you will see it's going to use 3,421 credits. But we only want 437 keywords. So what you do instead is come to the top, come to Keyword Explorer, come to Keyword Importer, and inside here, click on Import Keyword and give it a project name. This is going to be lose belly fat. Okay. And down the bottom here, we've got import from file. Click on that and you'll see here import from list, and boom, there is our 437 keywords. So go ahead, click on that and click on import. All right, so there's all the keywords. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead, click on add, and now it's going to go ahead and create a list dedicated to this keyword, which we can now go ahead and use as a cluster, and instead we're only going to use 437 credits. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this. Once again, it is going to take a little bit of time depending on how big your list is, things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and activate and give you an idea of how long it took. All right, and that has now completed. It didn't even take a minute to go ahead and cluster everything, so that's really quite refreshing to see. And as you can see, we have it all sorted by volume, and we have our different volumes here at the top. And then we've also got the different types of subcategories inside of each one. So what I'm going to do is export the entire list. Once again, I'm just going to call it export data CSV, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. And here it is. If I just expand these columns out, this is going to give us some topic clusters that we can go through. So just to give you an idea of what a topic cluster is, it is once again one of those related articles that we've inputted, and it's also going to tell us which keywords are related to that main topic. So which exercise lose belly fat, that is a main keyword, and inside it you can link all of these different articles to this one keyword here. So if you're going to write a topic about losing belly fat, you might want to choose which exercises to lose belly fat. You'd probably want to come inside here and choose some ones that are relevant as well, like best exercise for weight reduction. You could also do things like 3 best exercises to lose belly fat after 50, and you want to choose the most important ones. Now, if the keyword on the left isn't relevant, let's just say, for example, I didn't want to include food, you just come inside here, delete the ones you don't want, and then you can just forget about them, right? So come through, choose the topics on the left that are the most important to you and your topics on your page. Once again, you want to have these linking to the supporting, you want to link these to the pillar page, and on the pillar page, you also want to mention these topics as well, because you're going to link back and forth. So come through, choose the ones you want, and this is going to give you easy ideas of different types of supporting articles or keywords you can mention inside of it. So let's move forward. Let's come to the content creator phase, which is at the top. Come to content creator, click on new project. And what we're going to be doing, this is going to be one of the keywords that we have. I'm going to come down and choose this one here. List of foods that burn visceral fat sounds pretty good. So I'm going to copy that. Come inside here, project name, paste it in here like so. Click on add, and let's go ahead and see what we got. Once again, I'll add in the keyword. Writer's name, I'm going to put in my name, Phil, and I'm not going to put in any notes or priority. I'm just going to go ahead, click on add. Now it's going to go ahead and collect some data from Google. You're going to see things like the SERP results, and it's also going to break those down as well, which is pretty good. So I'm just going to pause the video and let you know how long this takes. Okay, so that took about 30 seconds to complete, and now we've got a list of SERP results going on here, right? So we've got quite a few going on. The first 20. We've got suggested insights, right? People also ask questions, as well as Reddit topics. These are all available to us, and we can either use the outline to use the content, keywords we can add to include, as well as the content writing. So just to show you the keywords to include, I'll quickly brush past that. Inside of here, you can see how many people use particular keywords inside of it, as well as the relevance and also the volume. So if you look at the top, we've got visceral fat, belly fat, weight loss. They're all quite high. You can also sort by relevance. So a lot of these are used the most. I'd probably start getting some ideas for here as well, which is pretty cool. But if we come back to outline to use, we come here, right? And if you click on the edit at the top, this is where we can start going ahead and actually creating a title for our article and a description about it. Now you'll see there's this little tiny robot here as well. This is actually the AI creator, the AI copywriting tool. So if you click on that, it's going to ask you a little bit of information, right? So it's going to say, what's your keyword? How much creativity do you want to add into it? So I'm just going to say 3. And what I'm going to do is click on generate. And what this is going to do is give me some ideas of articles that I could use, right? The 10 foods that will burn the most visceral fat, that's pretty good. List of foods that burn visceral fat, that's also pretty good. 12 foods that burn visceral fat. So I like the 10 one. It sounds probably the most natural. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, click on plus, use this title, use this text as your title, click confirm, and then that's been added. And now below on the description, we've got this little robot image once again. Click on that and you can go ahead and start creating a description. Same thing again. I'm just going to click on create. And then inside here, we've got a little description for each. So I'm probably going to have a quick read. Visceral fat surrounds organs. Doesn't really say too much about food. If you want to burn fat, lose weight fast, you need to eat foods that boost metabolism. This includes high intensity interval training and proper nutrition. It's a little bit more relevant. When you are trying to shed a few pounds, visceral fat holds the key. Here's how food can help you lose your excess weight. That's probably the most relevant. You can always generate more as well, but I kind of like that. So I'm going to go ahead and click use this description. Oh, yep. And then click confirm. Now that's there. So what I'm going to do is go click on save, and we've got our headlines, our title and description done. Now, if we come back, I'm just going to close this little tab. Now we have got the keywords to include. So if I come to the next tab, we've got all of these different options that we can go through. So what you want to do is quickly just scroll through it, make sure it's all relevant at all the ones that are added. And if you come to the left, you've also got these keywords to include that we talked about before, and choose the ones that you want. So once again, relevance, I'm going to start with. And what I'm going to do is check on, say, burn visceral fat. It's going to add it to the list. If we come down, also, what's some other good ones? Reducing visceral fat's probably a nice one. Come down a little bit further, and I think I'm just going to leave that as is. And there's also this keyword opportunities tab as well, which is slightly longer keywords that you can also add inside of there if you wish. So I might just click on list of foods that burn visceral fat. I might just add that in as well. Now I've sort of done this backwards, but you can also come to outline to use, and this is where you're actually going to piece together your entire structure. And an easy way to do that is just to see how other people have done it and then recreate it for yourself. So basically you could come in here, have a look at the different headlines that they've added, have a look at the different bullet points and see which ones are going to be relevant for your article. So 10 foods that burn the most visceral fat. What we're looking for here is mainly foods and things around food. So really the first article is probably not the most relevant, but the second one here, list of foods that burn visceral fat, that is actually much more. So we have here list of foods that burn visceral fat. That's a great H2. I'll probably use that further on in the article when I start listing them. But if we come down here, it's actually quite a short article, so I have no problem ranking for this thing. Popular foods that decrease visceral fat. If we click on that one here, it looks pretty good, but it's not got really what I'm looking for. So it is a bit of a process trying to find the best type of content, but let's have a look in this one here, visceral fat, why it's dangerous and how to use. So a good starting point would be, say, this one here, what is visceral fat? I could probably just add that to the outline as an H2, and then I could talk about visceral fat inside of it. And I could also maybe add in dangers of visceral fat as well. Those two go really good together. And then what I could do is come down to list of foods, and then I could drop in that the list of foods to burn visceral fat, add to the list, and then I can start actually going through the different types of foods. So if I come back to popular foods, I could add in here fatty fish, and I can make that a quick H3. Okay, coconut oil, I can also add that to the outline, make that an H3, and then come down and see what other foods we have. We're trying to get the top 10 foods, right? So 32 foods that will burn belly fat, coconut oils there, dark chocolate, that'll be an interesting one. Of course, you want to check your relevance to all of the information that you put in. This is more just for an example. Dark chocolate, chia seeds, that's also good. All right, sunflower seeds. Here's 10 foods that help burn fat. This is a weird looking article. I'll just close that. So I'll just come through. I might pause the video and choose 10. I've got 5 so far. Okay, so we've got 10 inside of here now. List of foods that burn visceral fat. So I'll just come down. I will look at some sort of ending headline. So visceral fat, once again, let's see what these guys got in here. Get diet tips, when to see your doctor, how to measure it, how to get rid of it. Not quite, list of foods, come down here. Other measures to burn visceral fat, that's probably a good one. It's not talking just about foods. It's now talking about other ways to burn visceral fat. H2, that's perfect. I think that's a pretty good outline right there. So I'm going to go ahead, click save and set up keywords. Okay. And that's pretty much all done because I did it backwards. So I'm going to go save and begin writing. So here's my outline. I'm going to click copy to editor. And now here is all of my headings. And here is my, my canvas ready to pretty much start writing. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and start using the AI writer to start writing these for me. So to do it, make sure at the bottom you've got AI assistant turned on. Okay. And now we've got some different templates that you can actually use, right? We've got paragraph introduction, we've got answer, next paragraph, blog, introduction, text finisher, and text summarizer. We've also got some different outlines. You can rewrite things. You can explain it like a child, text rewriter. And also we've got different explanations. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to highlight the text and go to AI shortcut and just click on write for me. You've also got the options to choose the same things you saw before on the right, but I'm going to click write for me, creativity 2, and click generate. And let's see what happens. So as you can see, it's pumping out some content. I should have probably pressed enter first, but that's fine. We can easily change it. So I'm just going to go back here, press on enter, and I'm just going to highlight it and turn that into a paragraph like so. So that looks pretty good. So we've got another sort of heading added here. We've also got some more information, but let's have a quick browse on how it looks. So visceral fat is stored inside of the abdominal cavity. So that's true. It's talking about different types of fats. And it's talking about heart failure, right? So dangers of visceral fat. I'm actually pretty happy with that first paragraph, so I'm just going to leave it as is. And I'm going to highlight this, right? And click AI shortcut. I'm going to write for me again and go creativity 2. It's probably going to add it to the end of the text again, but that's fine. All right, here we go. So that's good. So you can see it actually writes quite a bit of text versus a lot of the other ones as well, which is pretty nice. So it's writing, I'll just let it do its thing. Right, so it added in tons of information there, right? Dangers of visceral fat in children is not really what I was after. So what I'm going to do is backspace that. Try it again. Dangers of visceral fat. Okay, AI shortcut, right for me. Creativity 2, once more. Let's see if it pumps out something a little bit more relevant. So this is definitely more on par. Okay, so just a few more seconds. Let this do its magic. And dangers of visceral fat. So it's we've already talked about the types of fat. But what I can do is backspace that, press enter, turn this into a quick paragraph, right? And it's given us a nice little paragraph about the dangers of visceral fat. So danger of visceral fat. We don't need it twice. This kind of fat is dangerous because it's metabolically active and releases inflammatory molecules and so forth. So it's really accurate. It's taken all of the good information and turned it into a post. So what you can do is just come through, literally let the AI write for you. And by the end of it, you should have a nice looking article. So what I'm going to do is just pause the video and finish off this article. So I've almost finished that. I'm actually on the last one of the 10. I'm really impressed with how they've come out so far, but I thought I'd just quickly show you the workflow of how it works. So the way I've been doing it is coming here to AI shortcut, coming to auto write for me, and coming to explaining and also explain why. Then it brings me to this area here. I've already highlighted it, but it says give the answer for a why question, right? And so what I do is why does dark chocolate help burn visceral fat? Okay, so that's what I've been doing, and just choose 2 for creativity, click on generate, then it gives you 3 different options you can use. So if we come down here, what we're looking for is something that's relative to burning visceral fat or just reducing fat in general. So it says, so that's not too bad. I'll copy that just in case, but I'll generate some more just to see if we can get the word visceral fat in there. Boom, here we are. Dark chocolate is rich in flavonoids, and cocoa butter, these are antioxidants that may help burn visceral fat. So I'll copy that, come down here, press enter, paste it in. So all we now have is the last paragraph, right, to complete. So I might try a different method inside of here. What I might do is just first of all make this a paragraph, and I might say some other ways to help visceral fat include, and let's maybe highlight this text, go to AI shortcut, go to auto write for me. Actually, I might come to, auto write for me and go text finisher. And let's see what this comes up with. So I'll go here to click on generate. And I just want to see basically what it can come up with. So include some other ways to include diet. No, some other ways to include exercising. So I might copy that. That sounds pretty good. And it's quite long as well. It's 45 words. So I might add that there, paste it in. And now we've got a pretty good article so far. So what I'm going to do is close this little box here, and it's giving us an overall score. So far it is D. It looks like our words are lacking and we don't have any images. If I go to keywords, we've also got some work to be done inside of here, so you can come through, tweak them as you need. Well, it's also a good idea to drop some questions in at the bottom, like a FAQ. But this is like a good solid start. What I would probably do is give the outline to my writing VA, and then he can actually go and do all of this. But overall, I'm pretty impressed. It's a very powerful tool. Once again, I've got my list of, articles and everything to do. The AI writer is really just a bonus inside of WriterZen. The whole platform itself is pretty powerful. So I'm happy with that for now. I'm not going to go any further. You can be as pedantic as you need, but that's how you would basically do it. Even this article here, I wouldn't be surprised if it ranked after, chucking in a link to some authoritative websites that are relevant, and also some internal linking. I reckon this would get pretty close to the top. But that is WriterZen, guys. This has been a very long tutorial. Hopefully you're still here with me, but what I'm going to do is jump behind the screen. Just want to talk about a few extra things. Okay guys, so that was WriterZen. It was a very long review and sort of tutorial on how the platform works. But to be honest, this is one of those platforms that once you get the hang of it, once you understand how to use it, it is going to be invaluable to your business, especially if you are a content creator or you do offer SEO services for companies. So that is it, guys. That's my WriterZen review. If you enjoyed it, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe. And if you're looking for that lifetime deal, I have left a link down below. But even the free plan has got a very generous amount of credits. So go ahead and give WriterZen a go. Okay, guys, that's it from me. I'll see you on the next video.